it seems that the reality was that Saga's mom lived here, but moved away when Saga was a baby, and she's kind of taking the role of her mother within the story of having lived here.
It's 1988, a face-off between deities on the rim of Cauldron Lake, high above its dark waters. Thunder roared, the old gods facing something even more powerful, something harder to define even. Or, changing the perspective, raving lunatics all, caught up in the frenzy of a shared delusion. The old gods, the corsairs of the Sea of Night, and the Dark One who yearned to stand in between, who had always stood in between, who would soon stand in between. We help you, you stay away from our family, Tor Anderson snarled over the thunder. Yes, until you all come to me, came the answer. That's never gonna happen, shouted Odin. I will take this as collateral, shall you remember our deal, said the Dark One. Blood arched from Odin's face as he fell to his knees. Lightning hit the dark figure on the cliff, and with that, he was gone. Tor rushed to his brother. Are you alright, bro? Effectively blind in that moment, the eye patch covering his left eye, his hand over the now empty socket of his right, blood oozing out of it. Odin cursed. The bastard took the wrong eye.
Oh. So that's a whole other area that way. Okay. Back to the nursing home. We have doors to unlock. Okay, that's another gazebo.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Oh, it's too strong for the screwdriver. Okay, through here. Now we need a record for this. Who was that? Oh, it's the elderly.
Oh yeah, the power's out in the building, so they all had to run to the emergency porch.
All right. You're bleeding.
Oh, how did that happen?
Oh no, Mandy May. Oh no!
Oh, don't be a crybaby, Norman. It's nothing. I just poked my finger knitting this monster of a blanket.
Is there anyone who didn't show up?
A few. Archie, Gil, Cynthia.
If they aren't here by now, then they aren't coming. It's important to be punctual. On that topic, I'd like to point out that our nightly decaf coffee service is almost half an hour behind schedule.
Have any of you noticed anything odd about Ms. Weaver?
Just that Tor won't leave the poor woman alone. That brute wants one thing, and one thing only.
Cynthia's gotten downright bossy.
Take a swim in the pond, Norman. Drink some water, Norman.
Well, no one tells Norman McDonald what to do.
I like how her argument is Tor's just a pervert, and he's like, no, Cynthia's just being bossy, and it's like, no, Cynthia's possessed and trying to get you all corrupted.
Hello there. Are you Pat Maine from the radio?
That's me. And
Did you see him in his room earlier?
Everyone's been talking about.
Huh?
Because you can walk in on Pat Maine earlier when he's recording his podcast.
Oh,
I guess you
yeah.
missed the-
No,
Okay, yeah.
I listened to the whole thing.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Thank you. Never compromise on quality. That's my motto.
Just don't ask me about Wendy Davis.
On the show anytime. Me and my listeners.
You all should stay out here a while. Until it's safe.
I'm happy to get out of that house. Isn't it strange that I've lived in Bright Falls my whole life and I can't remember this building?
The house has always been here, Norman. Remember when that poor Nora girl drowned in the bunker? Those Andersons got it so cheap because it's haunted. You get what you pay for.
So they're having mixed memories on that because this house didn't exist before.
Yeah, and like podcast man, he doesn't hear any like ghosts.
And also he remembers Wendy Davis being alive. So the memories of what before happened or existed before and after writing stuff happened has messed with their memories as well.
Mm-hmm. It's not just
What-
dementia.
Yeah, did you read Cynthia's notes in her room? Because you should be able to go into Cynthia Weaver's room at some point and read her notes.
I wasn't able before; it was locked.
Yeah, you should probably be able to now.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's another thing about that, but also another good manuscript.
Odin Anderson stirred in his bed, his vision hazy, smudged. He felt weighted down by an ocean of dark water. Through the haze, he made out Saga. Odin felt useless. He wished he could tell Saga how his silly faces made her smile when she was young. Too young to remember. Odin used to joke that Tor was her grandfather, but he was the Allfather. He smiled at the memory. Odin was the kinder of the Anderson brothers. Tor lacked patience, more volatile. The brothers fought a lot, but they were inseparable. Now Tor was missing, dragged into darkness. Odin could feel it. Time was running out for both of them.
He's still in his like sleepy time. You gotta talk to him with your brain.
We can go into the museum.
I think what happened is this building replaced what was in the original version of Bright Falls, the building that was the retreat that Emil Hartman owned that got was originally owned with him and Tom Zane that disappeared.
Hmm.
And then that got replaced with this house instead. But this house still tied to Thomas Zane.
Ah! Fuck off.
Remorse. This is the one.
These grandma ones have been getting me harder than the other
The
was.
record.
Old lady scary.
Framed by the old gods of Asgard to memorialize the only pressing of the unreleased single, Anger's Remorse.
Cynthia targeted Tor specifically. Why him?
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken. Cancelled. Leaks started appearing. It was too late. Shut her out of her own case.
The dark presence is using Cynthia to keep me from talking to Tor. Where is Angus Remorse now?
He is a young girl in love. A rock and roll cliche. The shadows to come alive. A gift. An on-off death wish.
She has the record. I can get it out of her. Angus Remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her. Cut short. She screamed. An old folks care home.
Oh, this is new. It's in some kind of bathroom.
The Angus Remorse record is in Cynthia's room. In her bathtub.
I see.
Cynthia took the record and I brought it back.
No, there's still more. Odin.
Angus Remorse is missing. Who took it?
Our shame becomes the pale horse. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it, to ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good. One less Anderson.
That isn't going to happen. Cynthia has Tor in the overlap. Anger's remorse is the key to get there. I need to make Cynthia reveal its location.
Now, Tor's an old guy. But he
Yeah.
still has a sex drive.
Yeah. He's on that Roshi fit.
Trash hotel rooms and ruined pools. Crowds go wild for the old gods of Asgard Ragnarok tour. The rock and roll group Old Gods of Asgard are leaving chaos in their wake as they plow through the major US cities on their aptly named Ragnarok tour. The band is breaking their sales records, with singles topping the charts and had their latest sold-out concert in Long Beach, California. The fans showed their love for the reckless rockers by showering the stage with lacy unmentionables, black roses, and even full beer bottles. A full? Just throwing a full beer bottle at them.
Yeah.
Just hope they catch it.
Block this overhead.
None of this fazed the stars themselves, who embraced the admiration and transitioned from song to song with such gusto that the audience was left catching their breath, eager to keep up with the brothers Anderson and their cohorts. After hours, shenanigans for the musicians included a pool in a private residential neighborhood left to be emptied and sanitized, and a hotel room nearly destroyed in a classical fashion. Not to mention the lengthy room service bill gone unpaid. All things point to this band quickly becoming a strong contender for the iconic Hall of Fame rock groups that came before them. Old Gods of Asgard party like their namesakes and give a performance like no other. Be sure to catch them on their tour and bear witness to rock history in the making. Old Gods of Asgard, band member dead. Oh. The legendary heavy rock band Old Gods of Asgard mourns their loss of their divinely talented guitarist, Bob Balder. Fat Bob, as he was eventually and ironically called, died from complications of severe illness, leaving his bandmates Odin and Tor Anderson behind. The peace-loving musician will be sorely missed, also by the band's numerous fans. When asked about his loss, Tor Anderson had this to say: "Get the fuck out of my face. Balder is in Valhalla now. He fought cancer like a hero. Bob was too beautiful a soul for this world," added Odin. What this means for the band and their upcoming album remains to be seen. Rock music is the ancient language of the soul, muses Old Gods of Asgard's lead singer. I sit down with the Anderson brothers of Old Gods of Asgard fame in the lobby of a rundown hotel somewhere in downtown Detroit, currently on their Ragnarok hit tour. The busy band members have only a moment to spare to a fledgling journalist and his questions before running off to the sound check for their concert tonight. How has the reception been? From Tor: "Amazing. The fans understand what we're about. They get the rock and roll. They get the spirit. They know we're not here to fuck around." Odin: "That's fucking right." "Why do you do what you do?" Raucous laughter: "I can tell you're new at this, buddy. But why does anyone do what they do? For the glory and the fame? For the money and the sex? Or because they have something inside you that is going to fucking burst out of you if you don't start using it?" "It's the latter." "That's a good answer. How about the music then? What is it about music that compels you?" "That should be pretty fucking obvious. This is boring me to death, bro. Let's get moving." Sorry, he's always impatient. As they stand up to leave for the tour bus waiting outside, the larger-than-life rockers turn around for one final quote. "Music, especially rock and roll, is the ancient language of the soul, man. It's in me. It's godly. And it'll come out like a fucking thunderstorm." So because their artists are also susceptible to the dark place. That's Balder. These are the real life band depicting them in their younger days. What was the name of the band? The real life band?
Poets of the Fall is their real name.
Poets of the Fall. Okay. Yeah, I'll save that door for last.
Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album. He used the cash to build a nursing facility. The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls. Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an old folks' care home. At this point, Wheeler felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
Yeah, it is a leaky nursing home.
Yeah.
I mean, they seemingly did enough to make it a functional nursing home. Fuck. Stop.
Key fob's no good without power.
No use
Oh.
crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this. You can go to the basement and check the generator. But look out. You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
Thank you, Ati.
Thanks.
Ati's just going to his room. By the way,
What?
did you notice a symbol on one of the doors?
Yeah, it's that
The same mark that's on Alan's door to his writing room.
yeah, where we can't enter. Heard of the cult of the
Do
tree?
you know anything about the cult of the tree?
Yes, yes. He who reaches for a spruce tree will stumble into a juniper. Bloom was one of them. He has kicked empty. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, but I like his shoes.
How did you know Blum was part of the cult?
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways. Bloom like to talk.
Okay. That's all you have to say, looks like. Thank you, Ati. Okay, so, basement. How do we get to the basement? Oh. No. Ah, over here. No? What? Oh, okay, it's there. Okay, I get it.
I need bolt cutters.
It's through there. Here we go, this way. I'm gonna... Goodbye.
I like that you're like, I'll get away from the guys who attack me in the dark by going into the dark flooded basement.
Shit. I need to get the power back on.
They're not in this dark place. They're in the other dark
Phone's
place.
no good without power.
Buy more fuses. Many more. Crappy old equipment keeps blowing up. Keeps blowing them. VB. I mean, aside from being part of the cult, he tried his best to take care of this place.
Yeah.
Vladimir guy.
Wheeler used to be the agent of a manic depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake. Wake had various addictions on his back. An on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink. Got himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD. Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep. But the Andersons were something else. The nightmares were starting to creep in again. Or maybe it was the drugs in the air. Wheeler hoped it was the drugs. The Andersons were so old. Vampires. After every gig and the party that followed, took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak.
Yeah, so it wasn't a smooth ride with the old gods of Asgard.
No.
Fuse is blown. Maybe there are spares nearby.
You know what's really fucking tricky about the new Call of Duty, by the way?
What?
That I didn't think about until just now? Because all of Call of Duty is now under the one umbrella, right? Of the Call of Duty, like, little hub application. You can't refund the new one if you buy it on Steam.
At all?
Because it's DLC. You can't refund DLC, pig.
Oh.
I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but that's super, super kind of sus and scummy, actually.
I mean, it's just DLC.
Yeah, it's just
what's the
DLC
issue?
for $70.
What's the issue here?
Yeah. It is unfortunate that a lot of people are having trouble even running it on their computer. Apparently.
There was an issue I had, but it was only because I tried to launch it. Like the day before it actually released.
Ah, right. Not like that guy who bought it a week early. I was like, what do you mean it's got servers? It's like, yeah, it's...
The game's not out yet.
Welcome to the game industry for the past 15 years. Are you new here?
It's like, I got my shotgun, my handgun, my flashlight, my dog's in a room, he won't leave. So you're gonna hear him thumping around, and we need a fuse. More ammo for that rifle I don't have.
Must be locked from the other side.
This is a new recording session, by the way. So last time we were running from a bunch of guys that were outside.
Yeah, you were being chased by overwhelming numbers, and you ran into the spooky basement, which typically is how a girl gets killed in a slasher movie. I think that's that dead body is actually one of the other workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a knife in his eye.
And we need to restore power.
Yeah, all of that will be in this basement.
In the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
You gotta look around more, is all.
Key fob's no good without power.
oh here. Bomb refuses many more. Crappy old equipment keeps blowing them. VB. I think I read that last time. Oh, I didn't go here.
Yep. A little duck your head
It
under.
won't open.
The door locked.
A new page.
Oh yeah, new manuscript.
Emmett Elwood had had enough. All his life he'd been surrounded
Don't come
by
to
the
school
same
tomorrow.
small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town.
Uh-oh.
Their endless gossip. Their
Don't come to
noise,
Deerfest tomorrow.
chewing food with their mouths open, not washing their hands after visiting the restroom, and touching things. Touching everything.
Hold on. This guy might be making some good points, though.
Watched day after day how all the nice things in life in Bright Falls were spoiled and ruined forever. There would be a just and terrible reckoning. Emmett had imagined many times how we'd make them pay.
Uh-oh.
Oh my!
Love and
I
life
forgot how
together.
much this was just. Uh-oh.
It was out in the open now. Ugly and slobbering, they reached at him with their unwashed hands. He beat them down. Beat them until they no longer moved. And then he'd wash his hands with a strong antibacterial disinfectant.
The antibacterial part.
It does upset me when people don't wash their hands after using the bathroom, though.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly because then I'll see them touch things I need to use. I'm like, God damn it.
It's the same thing as the shopping cart.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long to clean your hands.
Rose. Spare fuses now, locked away because someone, Ati, keeps stealing them. Code is in the laundry room.
Ati's like, I am the janitor. You will not stop me.
In the laundry room. Can I open this? No. House of Zane, renowned filmmaker, establishes artist commune in Bright Falls. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we learned about this in the Allen part.
Yeah, this is Thomas Zane founded this town, or this building in the town.
Thomas Brain and his partner Barbara Jagger have recently established an artist commune here in Bright Falls. Mr. Zane has purchased the old manor house outside town, and the couple has already settled in. In his home country and internationally as well, Mr. Zane is well known and respected auteur filmmaker, a rising star already compared to the likes of Stanley Kubrick and Ingmar Bergman. His earlier film, Nightless Night, won a number of European Film Awards. I've never heard of Ingmar Bergman. Have you?
Sorry, what?
Ingmar Bergman. Have you heard of him?
Hold on, let me look him up.
Because I know Stanley Kubrick. Everyone knows that.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Zane is currently in the process of filming a feature entitled Tom the Poet. In conversation with Mr. Zane, comes across as a charismatic figure with big dreams. He talks about building a hotel and a film studio in the area. He even has a name picked out for the hotel.
Come on.